Housing Development Corporation is owed more than $100 million in arrears by its tenants. The figure from its managing director of the Public Accounts and Appropriations Committee. Leon Bramell reports.
The Housing Development Corporation has told the Public Accounts and Appropriations Committee that it has an issue with collecting monies owed by tenants. HDC Managing Director Brent Lyons said about 79% of the mortgage portfolio is in arrears, mainly from rentals. In dollar figure,
Remember, Mark, that figure is $106,772,397.67 as at I am advised 13th of April.
13th of April?
13th.
Yeah. How many customers are involved?
3,155 customers.
The HDC sends a letter of default after 7 days. It uses 2 debt collection agencies. One has collected in the past 8 months $2.4 million, while the other in 5 months has collected close to $3.4 million. But even this poses some challenges to the HDC revenue stream. Acting Divisional Manager of Accounts Inskip Pollinace said the HDC is now reviewing the collection system.
We have called in the 2 debt collection agencies, and we're in the process of developing new terms in respect of how they operate, because certain negatives have developed in terms of how they operate. People pay and we don't get our share of it, or we feel that we don't get our share of it significantly. So we are now actually having new arrangements with them with a view to more streamlining this area.
But Mr. Lyons was quick to point out that there is nothing amiss. He put it down to an issue of timing. Mr. Pollinace also told the committee that the reduction in its allocation from government is affecting its revenue stream.
We submitted 900,000. We got 900 million. We got 354 million out of the 900 million. We submitted a 3 billion figure for the last period, and we got 160 million out of 3 billion. In terms of the IDF. In terms of the PSIP, Public Sector Investment Program, we got 15 million. So our expenditure was cut significantly in terms of how we get revenue.
The HDC no longer does mortgages. But what of the current housing stock of the HDC?
The 16 sites really have a total yield of 5,580 units. Out of that 5,600 units, approximately 2,900 were completed, 2,950 units, and there's a remaining 2,650 units to be completed. So a majority of that fund was actually used on this 2,650 units to be completed, and that is actually ongoing right now and is expected to be completed over the next 20 months.
There are less than 1,000 units available for distribution. Leon Bramell, C News.
Meanwhile, committee member of the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee of Parliament, Wade Mark, blasts the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development and the HDC over its failure to present to Parliament audited accounts for the past 12 years. He said both entities owe the nation an explanation why audited financial accounts dating back to 2004 to 2005 have not reached the Parliament.
This is highly irresponsible on the part of an agency as important as the HDC and the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. So we would like an undertaking from Mr. Lyons and your good self, Madam Permanent Secretary, as to when those accounts for the period 2004-2005 to 2016 would reach the Parliament.
The Managing Director of the HDC, Brent Lyons, responded.
A concerted effort to get to the stage where we are now, to have management accounts by up to 2016. The audited accounts, like I said, will take some time again. I would probably defer to Mr. Pollinace with respect to when we are able to bring it to the Parliament.
The acting divisional manager of accounts in Skip Polyne said an application would have to be made to the Auditor General. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Development says it's still restructuring its operations. Its acting permanent secretary, Marion Hayes, said this exercise has been ongoing since 2013. One of the areas under review is its internal auditing system, specifically electronic monitoring of its inventory controls, which was expected to have been launched this week.
The IT have created the system, and right now we're in the process of inputting data into the system. And this week we were supposed to launch the system where all the requests for inventory, for whatever it is, would be going through the system. Anything, stocks, inventory, assets, everything would be going through the system.
The ministry looks at a 2 to 3 month time frame to have all of its stock fully computerized. It also looks to complete its strategic plan.
It is now going to be taking place, so that would probably put us in a better place to be able to deal with our restructured ministry once the plan, because the plan will kind of focus us better.